welcome back to another video. In today's video, as you guys can see by the title, we are testing all things Patrick Starr. Yes, so Patrick Starr just launched his own brand. If you guys don't know, it's called ONSIZE. I'm really excited to be reviewing his brand today. I'm being 110% honest with you guys. I purchased all of these things with my own money, so everything that is coming out of my mouth is always going to be 100% real, 100% honest. So we do have a lot from the collection to actually go over today. So we have the eyeshadow palette, which is probably the most hyped thing in the collection. This is what the packaging looks like right here, and this is called the Visionary palette. I also do have his gel liners. I actually picked up both shades, so he came out with a brown and a black. I do have them both right here, and I also did pick up a few of his eye poppers, which I had to. I definitely wanted to see how the formula was, so these are the eye poppers. And then of course I did pick up the liquid liner. I feel like everyone wanted to see what the liquid liner was like, so girl, I have all the tea for you, all the details. We are testing a little bit of everything in today's video. Also, it was a must, okay? I did definitely pick up his Go Off makeup removing spray and the wipes. Like, girl, we needed to try these, so I definitely picked these up too. So I'm gonna be testing all of this in today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy it. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the video, that way it's not too long. So before we jump in, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already, and of course if you guys would like to see how I created this makeup look today, if you want to hear my thoughts on the ONSIZE brand, you guys want to see all this stuff in action, then of course, as always, just keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so I just quickly went ahead and zoomed you in. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and did one eye, so we're going to be doing this eye, of course. And this eye look is super simple and easy, so I'm just going to talk through this part really quickly. I just wanted to show you guys the palettes up close. So of course we're going to be using the ONSIZE Visionary palette. This is what the packaging looks like, and then once you go ahead and take it out the box, this is what the actual palette looks like. And I really do love that rose gold color that is on the palette. I think it is so beautiful. And really quickly, I just wanted to mention, in case you guys have not seen this palette up close, right here you do have like that angular kind of packaging. And basically what Patrick said is he did that intentionally, so people like us who have the claws are able to easily, you know, go ahead and just open up the palette like so, because he said there's been countless amount of times where he tries to open up a palette with his acrylics, and honey, just like all of us, he does like kind of scratch the eyeshadow, which I appreciate him even thinking of that, because I've done that so many times as well and just have ruined eyeshadows. When you go ahead and open up the eyeshadow palette, this is what the palette looks like right here. It is super beautiful, but like I said in the intro, it is just a neutral palette. Now, am I mad at Patrick for making a neutral palette? No, we really can't be mad at him because this is his own brand, so this is technically his own neutral palette, you know? So even though there's a million of them on the market, he has never created one. So I completely understand why he created a neutral palette. It is really great quality, but do you need another neutral palette? Not really. Now, if you don't have much neutrals and you're definitely looking for more neutrals, then yes, I would recommend this palette. I think it is pretty amazing. So we're going to jump into today's eye makeup look. So the first shade I'm going to be dipping into is this shade right here, and that one is called Soft Serve. So I'm going to go into this with a nice fluffy brush, and we're going to start to work this right into the crease. By the way, you guys, my eyelid is already prepped for eyeshadow, so I'm just going to go straight in and start to just pop that in my crease. Alright guys, so this right here is the shade Soft Serve. I really do like the color, and as you guys saw, it blended really well. I had no problems, and it really did build up really nicely too. So the eyeshadows in this palette are definitely super pigmented, which I enjoy. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next shade. The next shade that I'm going to be using is the shade called Matcha, which is this color right over here, which is that beautiful green. To be honest, you guys, I actually decided to pick up this palette because of this green eyeshadow right here. You actually don't see many of these type of greens in eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and just start to pop this right into the crease. And I'm not going to take this as high as I took that Soft Serve shade. I'm actually going to just put this right into the crease, and then we're going to work it onto the lid as well. Okay, so really quickly, I just wanted to make a little call out that I actually seen happen on the other side, and it's happening on this eye as well. This color Matcha is beautiful, but I think because it's so concentrated and it has so much pigment, for some reason the eyeshadow starts to accumulate in certain areas. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but like over here it's blending, but like right over here you see like that darker line of eyeshadow, and that's basically just the shadow building up on its own. And although I'm rubbing my brush in that area, it's just not budging, which I found pretty weird. I actually have never seen an eyeshadow do that before. So do you guys kind of see what I'm saying? Like it's building up right here, and no matter how much I blend, it's just not going anywhere. So I'm going to leave it as is for now, and I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush, and I'm actually going to start building up that matcha shade all over the lid as well. This is almost going to be like our base to put our shimmer on top, and I'm just going to pat this all over the lid. Okay, so here's what the eye is looking like so far. I also wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys can see from there, and you guys, please do not take this to heart. I truly do enjoy Patrick Starr, and I love his content, and I completely support him. I'm just like being super picky and just letting you guys know what I'm seeing as a first impression. So I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but right here in this middle section, the eyeshadow is just not sticking for some reason, and it could be a lot of things. It might not be the eyeshadow, it could be the base that I used, but like right there, the eyeshadow is just a little bit lighter than it is everywhere else, and that's because as much as I try to pack it on, it's just not sticking to my lid. I have no idea why, but that's fine. It happened to me on the other eye as well, which is okay. What we're actually going to do is cover that up, so I'm going to be going in to the shade called Olive It, which is just this really beautiful olive shade right here. Beautiful shimmer shade. So what I'm going to do first is just dip straight into the eyeshadow with just a dry brush so you guys can see what the pigment actually is like. And then I am going to go in and spray my brush and show you guys how it looks when you actually wet the brush. So I went ahead and just dipped my brush right into that eyeshadow, and I'm going to go ahead and just press it onto the lid. This is what the eyeshadow looks like without wetting my brush. This is just the true formula of the shimmer. I wanted to just show you guys. And now I'm going to go ahead and spritz my brush and apply it that way so you guys can see how it looks when it's wet. So to spray my brush, I'm just going to be using the Beauty Creations setting spray. It just looks like this. Any setting spray will do. And I did go ahead and just dip my brush into that eyeshadow one more time. And I'm just going to go ahead and spritz my brush. And let's see. Yeah, that pigment is like 10 times better. I really do wish this was actually a little bit more like shiny and pigmented without having to wet the brush. I just wanted to really show you guys that really quickly in case you guys were interested in seeing what the actual pigment is like. So I'm just going to go ahead and completely coat the lid, especially because like I showed you guys, that green was just a little bit patchy for me personally. And like I said, it could have been the base, but I do want to cover that up because I do want this eye look to look, you know, semi-decent. Okay, so I am going to just leave the eyeshadow as is. As far as the shades in the eyeshadow palette, I also did pick up a couple of his eye poppers. So here's what the eye poppers look like right here. I did get 3 shades. So I got the shade P House. I also got the shade Let's Pump, and then I also picked up the shade Continental. And today we're actually going to be using the shade Continental because it is more on that olive side. It's actually really beautiful, and the packaging on these are absolutely gorgeous. They have that rose gold cap, and this is what the color looks like. What I'm going to do is actually just apply it to the back of my hand, and with the brush I'm just going to stamp it on my lid because most of the time when I use something like this and I try to just go like directly with the wand, it either puts way too much product or it actually starts to lift the eyeshadow that's already on my lid. I went ahead and just put some on the back of my hand, and just with the fluffy brush I'm going to actually just dip into that, get a little bit on my brush like so, and I'm just going to tap it on the lid. So I don't know if it made a major difference, to be honest, but this does have really nice shimmer. These are super similar to the Stila ones. If you guys know those liquid shadows, they're literally identical, where it has a little bit of pigment, but majority of it is more like shimmer glitter. It really does reflect really beautifully against the light. However, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't spend the money on these, you know, because there's just like so many of these on the market at the moment. and there's just so many affordable ones that you guys can get. So I wouldn't recommend these, but they are beautiful and the formula is really, really nice. That's basically it as far as liquid shadow and eyeshadow. So the next thing that I picked up from the collection is the ONSIZE Point Made 24-Hour Liquid Eyeliner Pen. And this is the packaging right here for the eyeliner. It is super cute. I really do love that baby pink packaging. It is so adorable. So here's what the eyeliner looks like. Super cute. Of course, the packaging is red like the brand. So nice. It is really nice and sleek. And then when you open her up, she is just like a felt tip liner. Now, what I do want to say about this liner is, I don't know if you guys can see if you look up close towards the tip of the liner, but it's already leaking. So as you guys could see, the liner is like all in there already, and I've only used it once. So for me, that's kind of a bummer. I've only used it on this eye, and I think that's happening because the tip of this is so saturated in product, which I don't mind, but I feel like it's a little bit too oversaturated because it's getting everywhere. So I'm kind of worried that this is going to leak out eventually because it's, like I said, already all over the cap. Like I said, guys, I'm just being honest with you. But using it for the first time, you guys, it has so much pigment and it's super smooth, it's super black, it's super matte. I really do love the formula. My only concern is it kind of spilling out its packaging, but it is a really, really nice eyeliner. So what I'm going to do with this is just go ahead and actually stamp this across my eye. That way we can prep our lashes for falsies as always. Do you guys see how pigmented it is? It's crazy. It's like super black. Like, it is so good. The eyeliner is definitely good. I do like the eyeliner. So what I'm going to do next is, since I want more of that like smoky liner look, I am going to go ahead and jump back into the palette, and I'm just going to go in with the black eyeshadow in here, and I'm just going to actually rub that across that line. That way it looks more diffused and smoky rather than super sharp like what it's looking like right now. Okay guys, so I went ahead and just popped on my lash, and that's basically it for the top of the lid. So really quickly, I'm going to just go finish up the rest of my face makeup, and then we'll be right back to do the lower lash line. Okay guys, so I'm back. I went ahead and did my face makeup, which, I mean, this foundation is looking really great today. And like I said, everything that I'm wearing on my skin will be down below in the description box. So let's jump into this lower lash line. So I did also pick up the ONSIZE Point Made 24-Hour Gel Eyeliner Pencil. This is what the packaging looks like right here, and I did get both shades. So there is a brown, and it is called a Busty Brown, which is such a cute name. And then you also have a black, which is called Bodacious Black. They are super pigmented, you guys, and they're super, super creamy. They glide on like a dream. I do really love the formula of these. I am going to actually be using the shade Bodacious Black for today's eye look. So I am going to go ahead and just pop this into my waterline. Just like that. And as you guys just saw, super creamy. It does not tug on your eye, and it actually does not make my eye watery, which is super unique because literally every single eyeliner that I use makes my eye watery, and this one did not. So kind of loving this. So next I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the eyeshadow palette. The first shade I'm going to be dipping into is the shade Matcha, which is that beautiful green that we used. And I'm just going to take that on a flat definer brush, and I'm going to work that right onto the lower lash line. Okay, so there's the shade Matcha. Now I'm going to go in to the shade Soft Serve, which is that other shade that we used in the crease, which is this one right here. And I'm actually going to use that to blend out that Matcha shade. I'm just going to take that on a pencil brush. Just like that. And then what I'm actually going to do is just dip into the shade Brownie, which is this shade right here, which is that beautiful darker brown. And I'm actually going to mix that with a little bit of the black over there, which is called Turban Legend. And I'm actually going to use that same definer brush, which is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe JH43 brush. You guys see me use this one all the time. So I'm just going to dip into actually both of those colors and just go ahead and press that right onto the lower lash line. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to actually go into the shade Manila Sands, which is this color right here. This is actually a really beautiful like bone color. And I'm going to pop this right into my inner corner to give that area some light. And I'm honestly just going to stamp that in there, nothing fancy. And what I'm going to do after that is, because I do want to incorporate that olive green, I'm going to actually go back into the shade Olive It, which is that shimmer green that we used on the lid. And I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the inner corner as well. And you know what, guys? Actually, last minute, I'm going to take a little bit of that bone shade, the one that's called Manila Sands. And with the same pencil brush, I'm actually going to pop some of this on my brow bone. Yep, just like that. And that is basically it. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a good coat of lower lash mascara. I'm just going to go in with my KKW Beauty Mascara. Okay, guys, so here is the final makeup look. What do you guys think? So I just want to share with you guys my final thoughts really quickly, what I think is worth it, what I think you can kind of pass on. So as far as the eyeshadow palettes, for me personally, being someone who has so many neutral palettes, I am someone who could have passed on this palette. Now, of course, obviously I make content for you guys, so it was important for me to pick it up to be able to create today's video and really show you guys how the palette works and try to get as much things as possible, because obviously you guys want to know, you know? Now, on the other hand, if you're someone who doesn't have much neutral palettes and this palette was really something you wanted to pick up, I definitely say pick it up if that's the case. As far as quality, the quality is 110% there. Like I said, it's just a typical neutral palette for me. You guys already know I really do love my colorful eyeshadow palettes. Those are the kind of colors that just get me excited. But like I said, the formula of this palette is really, really amazing. Everything blended well. Everything was pigmented, besides that green shimmer shade that you guys saw me apply in the video. But other than that, the eyeshadow palette is definitely really pretty. I really love the innovation of the bottom of the palette, so that way, obviously, we don't actually dig into the palette while trying to open it. So I really do love that. As far as the eye poppers, personally, you guys, I don't think these are worth the money. I just feel like there's so many affordable options on the market. Like, I personally wouldn't even spend my money on the Stila ones, to be honest. So for me, these are just like the Stila ones. Nothing different, nothing out of the ordinary. But like I said, it is Patrick's brand. So if you are someone that would like to support him, then definitely pick up one or two shades, because they are beautiful and the formula is gorgeous. But like I said, there's just more affordable alternatives out there on the market. As far as the eyeliners, I do really love these gel eyeliners. These are really, really great, you guys. These are beautiful, and I mean, who doesn't need a brown or black eyeliner in your collection? These two shades are essential, so I definitely do recommend the gel eyeliners. These were really nice, glided on really well, super pigmented, and I love the fact that he started off with a black and brown, which, like I said, everyone needs in their collection. So I definitely love the eyeliners. Now, going off of that, the liquid liner was also really nice. I actually really do like it. My only concern, like I said, was that since the tip holds so much product, I'm scared that eventually, like, the whole outside of it is gonna have like the liquid liner everywhere, especially where you open and close the cap. But other than that, if we're talking about formula and performance, it's amazing. But again, there is a million eyeliners on the market. However, this one is really good, and I actually really did enjoy it. So that is basically it as far as the cosmetics in this collection. So I'm super excited to see what Patrick has in store for us in the future. I feel like he started off with a neutral palette, but I'm super excited to see what his colorful palette is gonna look like. So I'm really excited to see his brand grow, and I'm so happy for him. Like, Patrick is definitely an example for all of us smaller influencers or smaller YouTubers that it really is possible to create your own brand from starting from here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited, and I'm so happy for him. What I'm gonna do now, like I said, like I showed you guys in the intro, I also have his Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist and the makeup wipes as well. And of course, I'm dying to test these out, you guys. So I'm just basically going to leave this makeup on for a little while, take some pictures, some videos for Instagram. I do have to cook. Obviously, I have to clean up because when I film, my room becomes a disaster. So I'm gonna do all those things, kind of wear the makeup out. I'm already sweating, so most of this glow on the skin is not even highlighter, girl, it's sweat. So we're gonna see how this eyeshadow lasts, how the liner lasts, and I'll be back later on so we can go ahead and completely wipe off the makeup using the mist and the makeup wipes, so we can see if they're really worth the money and worth all the hype that I'm seeing on the internet. So I will see you guys much later, but of course you guys are gonna see me in literally a second. Okay guys, so I am back. It is finally time to take this makeup off. So here's what my makeup is looking like. Still looks pretty good. I have like normal to dry skin, so by the end of the day my makeup still usually looks the way it looked when I first put it on, except like if you look up close you can see kind of like my smile lines here, and the lipstick is kind of fading, but other than that everything looks pretty good, especially the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow still looks really good. It didn't lose any of its shimmer or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. So really quickly, what I'm going to do before we jump into this makeup remover wipes and spray, I'm just going to go ahead and pop on my little headband here. There we go. I honestly love these headbands, you guys. They're like the most convenient thing ever. So now that we have our headband there securing our hair to make sure none of this oily mist, because I'm pretty sure there's some type of oil in here, doesn't get on my hair. So here's the ONSIZE Go Off. This is their makeup dissolving mist. And then I also have the ONSIZE makeup removing wipes, which this packet right here, you guys, is huge. Like, these makeup wipes look like they're massive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side of my face with just a makeup wipe, and then I'm going to do the other side of my face with the mist and the makeup wipe to see which one works better. So really quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and take off my lashes. Okay, so lashes are off, so I'm actually going to start off with just a makeup wipe. Okay, so here's what the makeup wipes look like when you open them up. They do have like a really nice protective seal, so I'm going to go ahead and just open that up. And I love the fact that this actually comes with this little like flap that you can like close it shut, because the makeup wipes that just come that you can just like close it back with like the sticky part of the tape, girl, I forget to close those. They always wind up staying open, and then I just wasted a whole pack of makeup wipes because I was too lazy to close it. Yeah, that's me. Okay, so here's what the makeup wipe looks like. Holy crap. Here's what the makeup wipe looks like, you guys. It is huge. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's humongous. I've never seen a makeup wipe this big. So I'm actually just going to quickly grab one of my Walmart makeup wipes that I usually use so we can compare them. Okay guys, so here's my usual makeup wipe right here. And girl, this is the ONSIZE makeup wipe. What? Girl, this is like 2 makeup wipes in one. I can't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start to remove this makeup. Let me just move my mirror a little bit and let's see what magic this has. Okay guys, so the makeup wipe definitely removes your makeup. I'm not even going to try removing the eye makeup with just the wipe because, to be completely honest, you guys already know I always use a makeup dissolver spray and then go in with the wipe, or something to help break down the makeup before I go in with the wipe, because even with this wipe, and I'm not even going to say that it's the wipe, but with any makeup wipe that I use, if I just take a makeup wipe to my skin, it burns for some reason. My skin is definitely more sensitive, and you guys can see these 2 lovely breakouts. Like, I don't even know where those came from. I swear I didn't have those today when I started my makeup, but whatever. Anyways, so like I said, I typically always go in with something to break down the makeup, so we're gonna go in with the spray and then we'll take off the rest. So like I said, this is the ONSIZE Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist. This is what it looks like right here. It is in an aerosol can, and I'm just going to spray this on my face. I'm gonna start on this side since I have more makeup on this side. Okay guys, so here's what we took off so far, and here's what the makeup wipe is looking like. So we still have definitely way more to use. And the eyeliner actually that we used, the black liquid liner, is actually waterproof, so it did take that off super easy. Okay guys, so my makeup is pretty much completely removed at this point. It did a really good job, and I only used 1 wipe. That is so crazy. So the makeup wipes are bomb, I will tell you that. Really quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and wash my face and put on my skincare, because I could feel like the residue on my skin, and as you guys can see, I break out for any little thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wash my face really quickly, and I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts on the spray and the makeup wipes as well. Okay guys, so I went ahead and washed my face. I haven't done my skincare. I'll do that in a little bit. As far as the wipes, I really do like them. Like I said, I usually always have wipes in my collection because I do use makeup wipes to take off my makeup, but I always go in with a spray first or something to break the makeup down. So I definitely recommend these. I really do love these. The fact that I only used 1 wipe to take off my entire face, including mascara, eyeliner, eyeshadow, is crazy. So in this this pack you do get 21 wipes, and it's actually $15 for 21 wipes, which is a great price, especially if you're only using one makeup wipe every time you do your makeup. As far as the Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist, I really do love this as well. I'm definitely also going to say that this is worth the money. This one is $24, and to be honest, the mister is amazing on here. Like, I really could actually feel it. I was worried that since this was a mist, I wasn't really going to feel it. It was going to feel kind of like just, you know, like little sprinkles of oil or water or whatever on your face. But this actually does spray on your face. Like, you do feel it when you spray it. So I actually really do like this a lot. So I definitely see myself repurchasing this. I know with the cosmetics I was a little bit iffy, but as far as the makeup wipes and the makeup dissolving mist, girl, these are must-have. So that concludes this review of ONSIZE. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and it was useful, and you kind of were able to figure out exactly what you want to purchase and what you want to try. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in my next one.